Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Crispy Daniels back at it again, and welcome to another episode of Show and Talk. So let me ask you all a question. What's your favorite scary movie? Yeah, that's a cliche question, but I'm gonna say this right here. Now, you got Michael Myers, you got Jason Voorhees, you got Freddy Krueger. Hell, you even got Chucky. But there's one horror movie villain that we all tend to skip over. And I'm pretty sure some of my audience has seen this movie. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, or the franchise for that matter. Sleepaway Camp, Angela Baker. Now that's one horror villain that did not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Going around just killing teenagers, just picking them off like they wasn't nothing. So, as far as the first movie, I'm really not here to talk about that one because I'm sure that movie's been done to death. The one I want to talk about is Sleepaway Camp 2. So, I watched it again for the first time in about 20 years. And I gotta say, Pamela Springsteen, she was one hell of a horror movie villain because it's just the way, the movie was directed. In my opinion, it's like the kills were all there. A lot of the kills were, some of the kills were off screen, I'll say that, but a lot of those kills were brutal. And it's like, you wonder how she kept getting away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? She was pretty damn intelligent. So I just want to talk about some of the kills when it comes to this movie because for me, that's what this movie's known for. So the one that sticks out to me the most, though, was the one where she had old girl in the car with her, and the girl kept wanting to go home. So she was mocking Angela because Angela was digging through the back seat looking for something, and she said, "Oh, what are you looking for? A gun?" And she says, "No, a drill." Pulls out a drill and just starts going to town on her, yo. Just like that, you know what I mean? Like this movie was just freaking, it was violent. You know what I'm saying? Very, very violent. So another kill that, stuck out to me really was the one with the little black dude. He was trying to scare her with the hockey mask, the Jason mask or whatever. And he thought that was his homeboy, that came out of the woods with the chainsaw. And so he started playing with her. And next thing you know, she cuts him in the leg, and then he falls to the ground, begging her not to finish him off. And she just killed him like it was nothing. So the one thing I noticed between the second movie and the third movie is that everybody she killed, she puts in one place afterwards. And so it's like the last remaining character in the second movie was this one girl. I forget what her name is, but Angela, she was like really cool with Angela throughout the entire movie up until that point. It was her and one of the guys from the, male side of the camp. You know what I mean? And so when she got those two and tied them up, you know what I'm saying? The guy, the boy, he realized who she really was. You know what I'm saying? And then he said his father was a cop and he was going to arrest her. And she says, well, wait till he finds out what happened to his son. And so she grabs this, I don't know what the hell she had, to be honest with you. It happened so fast. And she chopped his fucking head off. You know what I mean? Now, he survived throughout the entire movie because this is one of those franchises where you got the characters, those characters that survive throughout the entire film. And then at the end, they get picked off like they were nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so the last remaining one was the girl, and she managed to get loose when Angela pulled some other kid out of nowhere that she had killed back to that abandoned cabin. And so the girl was running away, but Angela caught up with her. You know what I'm saying? So when the girl fell over the ledge and hit her head on the rocks at the bottom, you thought she was dead. You know what I'm saying? Because Angela was like, well, too bad you almost made it. And then Angela was leaving the camp actually, so she caught a ride with this lady in the truck. And so, I guess the lady was annoying her or whatever. She was smoking with the windows up and all that. And so I guess that's what caused Angela to kill her. Either that or Angela was just a straight psycho. You know what I'm saying? So she took the lady's truck and she encountered the girl again. And so that was pretty much the end of the movie. It's kind of, ambiguous because we don't know what happened. It's implied that she got the girl. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she did. I don't know. But I'm going to say this. She's one of those horror movie villains. Like, you know how you got, Michael Myers was coming after people, coming after his sister and all that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was in his way pretty much got it too. Jason was just killing any fucking body. You know what I mean? Especially the campers and the counselors and all of that. And then you got Freddy Krueger, which was coming after all the Elm Street kids. You know what I'm saying? For what their parents did to him. And then with Chucky, Chucky was just pretty much killing anybody that was in his way, trying to stop him from taking Andy's soul. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Candyman. I know I'm skipping to 92, but you got Candyman, who was pretty much killing anybody who was a non-believer that summoned him from the mirror and all that. So with Angela, it was a little different. Like, if she saw you do something that was against the rules of the camp, or you did something to her, oh, it was a wrap for your ass. You just didn't know it. But the kills in this movie were very, very creative. You know what I'm saying? They were very creative. So I'm going to say this. If you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp 2, check it out. I know most of y'all has probably seen the first one, but like I said, check it out. It's worth the watch. It's on Tubi, all three of them. Well, I think there's a fourth one too, but I don't think that one is up there. But all three of them are on Tubi, so make sure y'all check that out. And if I got to give this movie a score, I'm gonna give it a 7. It's hard for me to give it an 8 or a 9 because the budget was reflecting. You know what I'm saying? So from what I understand, this movie didn't even have $1 million budget. So they did the best they could with it, but the budget was there. You know what I'm saying? You could tell, but overall, the kills were just very damn creative. So that's pretty much my review for that movie. So like I said, make sure y'all check that joint out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I will greatly appreciate you. And I will talk to y'all later. All right? Stay retro. Peace.
The feeling is mutual. Come in, take a seat, share your thoughts with each, and preach it when you speak, so we can share kinetic energy throughout the brainwave. Keep us balanced out and all on the same thing.